Prepare to transform. Whatever life you choose, prepare to be moved in the all-new Nissan Qashqai.
A LISTNR production.
Some good news for renters across the southeast. Police investigate a crash at Mount McIntyre and a man to face court after an alleged incident at a Mount Gambier MP's office. Good morning, it's Andrew Shaw with your local news briefing. Weather today across the region, cloudy across the Limestone coast. We're heading for a top of 15 degrees today, cloudy and 17 degrees tomorrow, then a nice sunny top of 21 degrees on Sunday. It'll now be that little bit easier to try and secure a house for rent right across the Limestone coast, with bidding now out of the question. The state government making it illegal in SA from today, with fines of up to $20,000 for landlords and agents caught doing the wrong thing. It comes with vacancy rates diving across the Limestone coast since the start of the pandemic. Overland track in Mount McIntyre has been reopened following a crash yesterday which left a woman injured. Police were called to the scene just before midday after a Ford SUV crashed into a tree. The sole occupant, a 50-year-old woman, had to be taken to Mount Gambier Hospital for treatment, and while she received injuries, fortunately they were non-life-threatening. A 61-year-old Millicent man is expected to face court in October after an alleged altercation at MP Tony Passon's office last week. Police reportedly arrived at the Commercial Street office in Mount Gambier following reports of a disturbance, the man allegedly yelling at office staff, and was later charged with disorderly behaviour. Mr Passon alleges the man was agitated over the First Nations Voice Referendum No campaign and wants Prime Minister Anthony Albanese to call out the behaviour. Yes campaigner Dean Parkin has since condemned the man's alleged actions. Well, public school teachers right across the Limestone coast are gearing up to walk off the job this morning. A number of local schools set to shut after negotiations between the state government and Education Union failed to come to a resolution. Teachers are hoping to see a pay rise over the coming years in addition to improved conditions. Schools including Narracourt High School, Millicent High and Mount Gambier High School will shut, while Mount Gambier North Primary School will have its IELC open. You can find the full list of closures at education.sa.gov.au. A Mount Gambier student has participated in the Prime Minister's Spelling Bee via Braille in what's believed to be an Australian first. Grade 3 pupil Declan Lee, who is blind, was able to compete with the help of staff at his school, Tennyson Woods College.
All students have the opportunity to be part of the spelling competition, and when we found out that Declan was struggling to get into the competition, we were able to make contact with the organisers of the event. They were able to tweak the event and adjust the event so that Declan could participate successfully in the event using Braille.
Director of Learning at the college, Scott Dixon there. And those on bail for serious domestic violence-related offences would be subject to mandatory electronic monitoring under a bill introduced by the state government yesterday.
After this, there is no turning back. You sip the red can, the story ends. You sip the black can, you enter dreamland. And I show you just how good the truth can taste. Max Taste Challenge.
Let's look at some sport now, and another big weekend of action in the pipeline. Many leagues getting to the business end of their final series. Firstly to the Western Border League, where the second semi-final gets underway tomorrow afternoon. West Gambier are home to Millicent at McLaughlin Park. The winner of this one through to the grand final, while the losing side still have another chance in next week's prelim. And as for the KNTFL, Mundalla and Border Districts butt heads in the second qualifying final, while Kingston are away to Keith in the semi. And briefly, another spanner in the works for SANFL's planned merger for local leagues next year. Penola Football Club members last night voting against leaving the KNTFL. It remains to be seen what the SA Football Commission's response will be.